Right, well, about 7:25 every morning on the Full English Breakfast Show, you might just hear this piece of music. And what usually happens next is that I would drag the fader down a little bit and read the front pages of the newspapers. But not this morning, because I'm going to leave it on in the background for a little while I speak to the man who plays it and sent it to me some months ago. It is Sebastian S. Thompson, and he's on the line right now. Good morning, Sebastian. How are you?
Good morning, Steve. I'm good. Yourself?
Yeah, how does it sound to hear your tune played on the radio every day?
Oh, it's a very strange feeling. Grateful at the same time that people actually hear it. It's nice.
Well, let's go back to earlier this year when we all went into lockdown, and you got in touch with me via various means, mainly Facebook, of course. And I said, listen, why don't you send me an instrumental piece of music? And you sent me The Moon Kingdom. So we've got that on our system now. And every morning since, I've used it in the background when I've been reading out the front pages of the newspapers. First of all, tell me a little bit about how you got into music, Sebastian.
Well, it started when I was a kid. My dad is a guitar player, so I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. When I was about 14, I really started to take it seriously, and I was learning. I was having lessons with various people and videos on YouTube, and I was playing things, the old rock and roll band like Buddy Holly and Eddie Cochran. And when I got to about 15, 16, I discovered Guns N' Roses and Metallica. Which
That's a bit of a difference.
Yeah, it completely changed my world. So I thought, this is the route I wanted to go down. And ever since then, I've been a bit of a guitar enthusiast, shall we say.
Do you play in bands at all, Sebastian, or do you just play yourself?
I've played in quite a few bands. I've been the bass player, I've been the guitarist. At some point I was a singer. It didn't go very well. At the moment, especially with lockdown and things like that, it's just me doing the instrumental stuff. I'm sure various other bands will pop up in the future somewhere at some point, yes.
So what was the first guitar that you would be happy to... I mean, a lot of people, their first guitar was one that they got from a second-hand shop or whatever else, but what was the first guitar that you had that you were proud to tell your mates, hey, look at this?
Well, my very first guitar was a Sunburst Squire Stratocaster, and I thought it was great because my dad had the Fender proper version. The first real guitar that I had was a Jackson Randy Rhodes, which is a Flying V. It was shaped a little bit like a shark fin, and I showed that off to anybody that would look at it. I thought it was absolutely awesome, and I still use it now for my sort of drop-tuned, heavier songs. That was the coolest looking guitar I had for years upon years.
Well, you've made a number of YouTube videos. I'm going to just stream one through right now. I don't need to ask permission because I'm sure that you can say, Steve, it's fine to play it. So this is a track that you've done. It looks like you recorded it at home, actually. It's called Silver Lining.
Yes. It was recorded at home.
Guitar instrumental there by Sebastian S. Thompson, who's on the line with me right now. Sebastian, Silver Lining, it's got a really great raucous sound to it. When did you write it?
Through lockdown. I was just sitting at home and I was in the mood to... basically, I didn't really have much else to do at home given what was going on. So I was playing guitar and I had that first riff that's supposed to imitate the vocals. And it was built from there and heavily influenced by Joe Satriani's song I was listening to at the time as well.
Well, you mentioned about lockdown because you've actually been doing some lockdown gigs, have you not? And you've got one coming up this weekend. Give it a big plug. Come on.
So if you go on my Facebook, which will be Sebastian S. Thompson, I'll be doing a live stream from my living room yet again. Obviously, there's no chance of gigs happening anytime soon, which is a real great shame. So this seems like the next best thing. So if people are interested... I'm sure I've posted it on the Breakfast Show page, so I can do it again. Please tune in, it's all free, and it's just to have a bit of fun. You know, there's not a lot going around at the moment.
Well, you've got a great talent. I love watching you on these videos play, because your face is just you're so concentrated while you're playing it. But and you make considering you're there on your own in the bedroom by the looks of things, or the back room where all the gear's in vision. You've just set up your video recorder or your iPhone, and you've recorded yourself playing, and it sounds really great. What time is the gig tomorrow?
2:00.
So it's 2:00. So anyone listening to this wants to tune in tomorrow to listen to Sebastian S. Thompson's live gig. Where are you playing? Are you going to be in the house, in the garage, in the garden?
Yeah, no, it'll be in my living room. I just set the camera up and plug the amp in. Away we go.